Hello, my friends. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well out there. Today, I want to talk a little bit more about what's going on inside the MAGA brains, what's going on over there inside their minds of the MAGA people. Because, my friends, I consider myself to be, how would I say this without sounding too arrogant, somewhat in the trenches when it comes to all this. You see this? I ride around the country in this semi-truck right here, and I don't have any kind of protection. I'm not in a gated community. I don't have any secret service police force or security guards around me. Nothing like that. I don't even have an ivory tower. Can you believe that? Life's really not fair, man. I mean, you would think by now I deserve one, but I don't have one. I'm just out here in the truck all by myself. And we are seeing obviously some concerning things going on with MAGA and how their brains work, their interpretation of how the world works. And I had a very interesting, let's say, conversation, if you want to call it that, with a Trump supporter. And I wanted to talk about that, but I also want to talk about the bigger picture of what it is we're really up against out here. And I want to be clear, I'm not like hyper focused on someone's comment and I'm freaking out about it. That's not what's going on. Honestly, a lot of times I don't even have time to read all the comments anymore. I'm sorry, I do my best. And I hear you guys when you say, hey, you know, when you're arguing with MAGA, you're probably just arguing with a Russian bot. And you're probably right. At very least, they're a Russian asset, because what in the fuck happened to America where now we're supporting Russia? That's not what we've always done, but okay, I guess that's what we're doing now. So I want to talk about that interaction and sort of what's going on out there in the world and the things we really need to be paying attention to. And real quick, before I get into that, check out the pinned comment. That's got the information for the Discord server. We're over 200 members there now. If you want to join in the conversation there, please feel free. It's got the information for channel memberships. Those are only $1.99 a month. Just helps an old trucker out with his little YouTube channel over here. And it's got the link to my Blue Sky also. So make sure you check that out if you want any of that information. And let's get into this goddamn video and try to figure out exactly what the fuck is going on around here. I don't know where to start. Let's start with the interaction that I had. I met a big tough man on the internet, a big strong guy, right? He's a Donald Trump supporter, and he challenged me to get out of my truck and say the same shit I say. I wouldn't survive a fucking day if I got outside my truck and say, I'm outside my truck all the time, and I've said it, it's all on record, and well, hell, turns out I'm still alive, so I guess I'm gonna be just fine. But you know, with these guys, it's a little game of follow the leader. It's all you know, chest thumping and bluster from the fearful leader Donald Trump, who is actually terrified of everything but tries to act like a big tough guy. You know how Donald Trump is, right? You understand. And it's all bluster from these guys. It's an intimidation tactic, specifically to keep you in line, right? That's how MAGA works. Donald Trump is a bully. And anybody that can see through a bully and understands that they ain't shit, for the most part, doesn't give a fuck about what a bully has to say. It's just whatever. This guy's over here running his fucking mouth yet again. Here we go with this bullshit again. But a lot of people apparently can't see through that, and they believe him to be some sort of strong person. And I believe, honestly, that a lot of MAGA people feel very threatened by Donald Trump. They didn't want to end up on Donald Trump's shit list, so they decided, I better just fall in line and do what he says, and then I'll be safe. And we're seeing that a lot go wrong these days with all the fuck around and find out content on the internet. The people tweeting to him, please sir, I voted for you 3 times. How could you fire me? Why is my family farm going under? Sir, I voted for you. And here's the interesting thing you always need to know about a bully. Eventually, they'll turn on you also. They get bored. They run out of shit to do. And then they're like, well, I gotta fuck with someone. I gotta establish my dominance somewhere. And the bully will always flip on the people that were there to support him and like lift him up and make him feel like the big tough guy that he's really not. That's a common recurring theme when you're dealing with bullying. But back to the point, you know, I was told I wouldn't last a day outside my truck. I get it. It's fine. I'm used to hearing these things. So me, honestly, being about 6 beers into my night, I thought I'd push my luck a little bit. And I started talking back to this man. Can you believe it? They're not used to that. A little back talk gets them real fired fired up. So I was just kind of dicking around with him a little bit. And I said, well, I get out of my truck all the time. I'm not scared to get out of my truck. And he says, well, you can come meet us at any truck stop, anywhere, anytime. And I found that alarming, to which I started laughing hysterically at him. This big tough guy that just told me I wouldn't survive a day outside my truck, in the same truck I get out of every day and walk around in this beautiful country of ours with no fear. I mean, head on a swivel, don't get me wrong. I got to watch out for these fucking people. They're crazy. He said us. I said, well, wait just a damn minute here, sir. You know, if you're going to get on the internet and start telling people not to get out of their truck because it's not safe for them, wouldn't it be tougher to handle your business all on your own? What are you talking about us for? When did us get involved in this? It sounds like you need to bring friends to this little fight you're starting. And that's cute. That's adorable. But here's where the conversation takes a very interesting turn. Because of course I was laughing at that. Why wouldn't I fucking laugh at that? Of course. Come on. It was one tough guy that all of a sudden has a group of tougher guys with him, apparently, that need to take on me. I'm 5'6". Come on. You don't need a whole gang to beat me up. You'll be okay. You'll be all right. You'll get through this, big guy. Anyways, fucking whatever, man. So I started making fun of the us thing. Then he said, well, what you need to understand is one simple thing called presidential immunity, because MAGA brains are kind of like slugs, I guess. They're just like, I don't know if slugs was a good analogy. It's just the thing that came out of my mouth. But they're just slimy fucking things taking up space and not really doing much of anything. Slugs probably actually contribute a lot more to society than I realize. And in my humble opinion, probably a lot more to society than most of MAGA does. So I want to apologize to the slugs out there that did not deserve my hatred in their direction. Slugs are probably good people. They might be destructive. I don't fucking know. I don't know about slugs. Is the point that's the whole point of the video. I don't know enough about slugs, and I'd like to know a whole lot more, is what I'm telling you. So I'll probably get on Wikipedia after this. Back to the fucking point. I sometimes enjoy embarrassing myself on my videos. Like, what the fuck am I even talking about? I like to leave it in there so you guys laugh. Anyways, he said it's called presidential immunity. Well, no, presidential immunity is what the Supreme Court did in honor of Donald Trump, making it so any presidential actions can't be prosecuted, or whatever the technical terms are for it. So now Donald Trump thinks he's king of America. Isn't that cute? That's adorable. He's probably not. He just thinks he is. I think Burger King should just make him the honorary Burger King, and we can all go on about our business, and he can be happy being the king of fucking something. And what better thing than hamburgers for Donald Trump? But that's just a theory that I have, a suggestion, if you don't mind. But the person didn't understand what presidential immunity was, but what they were referring to was the exact same fucking thing we all were paying attention to not that long ago. That was when Donald Trump pardoned the January 6th insurrectionist. You know, the poor losers that when they lost an election, they stormed the Capitol, violently beat police officers. I guess we're done with Back the Blue over there on the right, huh? We're done with all that. We don't care about that anymore. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with you guys. You're all over the damn place these days. Now we love Russia. Now we think beating cops is a good thing. The most important thing we need to be paying attention to here is they actually think they're above the law at this point. And that was the thing we were worried about. Obviously, I think most of us were worried about when Donald Trump pardoned these violent criminals, that they were all of MAGA, but especially those people thought they were going to be above the law now, and Donald Trump wanted to send that message, right? Now, some of these insurrectionists have already been arrested again on different charges. I don't know all the charges specifically, but some have been re-arrested already. Do you know why? Because they're violent people. Yeah, I mean, that's why they were in there in the fucking first place, is they are violent people, right? But what we need to understand, the bigger picture from all this, my friends, what we need to understand is there are people out there right now They look just like me and you, probably more like me, probably like a dumb hick, right? Probably more like me, that think they are immune from the consequences of any crimes they commit in the name of Donald Trump. Now, they probably are not. Donald Trump already won the election. He does not give a fuck to worry about this from now on. I think the pardons were sort of a nod to them, like, hey, like, it's his little personal militia. As terrifying as that is, that's what it is. And I think that because they were more of a, let's say, an organized group, or many more of them, it was easier to just blanket pardon. Yeah, there you go. Now, I think people running around committing individual crimes against people in the name of Donald Trump probably aren't going to get away with it. But the problem is they're convinced that they are. And whatever happened to, we're talking about so many things on the right of whatever happened to. One of the things I always heard when I was growing up, you know, from the party of law and order, mind you, was if you can't do the time, don't do the crime, right? And that seems pretty straightforward. But now all of a sudden, we got people that are deathly afraid of prison, which me too. I would never want to go to prison. I would not survive, my friends. I wouldn't make it. But deathly afraid of prison. So they waited for this signal from the President of the United States to say crime on my behalf is okay. And now they're real brave, and they're going to run around the internet and tell everybody, I have presidential immunity. God damn, it was hard not to laugh while saying that. The fucking dummy didn't mean presidential immunity. He just meant that he thinks that he will be pardoned in the event that he commits crimes in Donald Trump's name. And that really is the big fucking picture of what we need to be paying attention to, all right? We need to understand that that is the mindset of so many people right now. And I don't know what the fuck's going on with them. It's like your own countrymen, your neighbors, your friends, your family, the people you go to church with, maybe, all these people that may have a different political view. And now they think it's good to execute them. Isn't that something? That's fucking shocking now, isn't it? I think at this point they'd probably just martyr me. Like that's about it. Like this rising YouTube channel that was calling out fascism in the United States got knocked off in the truck stop parking lot. They'd probably just make a movie about me later on once this country survives all this bullshit. So I mean, that's not to say I have a huge channel or anything and like everybody knows me, but it's a strong possibility at this point that's what would happen. They just take me out, and next thing you know, 10 years from now, there's movies about this goofy ass trucker talking shit about Donald Trump. He fought for our freedom or something. I don't fucking know. Sounds good to me. Sounds good. That's kind of sometimes all you can hope for in life, because we're all just sort of background characters. We're all just here. There's millions, billions of us. Hey, if you leave your mark and you're remembered, that's pretty fucking good. That's not a bad run at all, I would say. But back to the fucking point. We need to be very aware of this. I don't know where they got the impression that liberals or Democrats are a bunch of like weak people that are not armed. I don't know where they got that idea from. I think that they would I don't know how to say this without getting myself in trouble with YouTube. They probably don't want to fuck around and find out in that aspect, because a lot of Democrats are gun owners. A lot of Democrats have weapons everywhere. I do. This truck's packed full of them. Are you shitting me? Not guns, but you get the point. I'm not allowed to carry guns across state lines, breaking the fucking law. But like the amount of people that have threatened me since starting this channel, of course there's fucking weapons around here. Are you fucking kidding? And I'm not going to be nice about it. I'm not going to like play patty cake with some motherfucker. That's for damn sure. But the point I'm making is Donald Trump has basically signaled, sorry about all the side tangents, maybe, unless you liked them, but he has signaled to a huge portion of the American population that crimes can be committed on his behalf. I don't know what that means in the event that we make it to the end of Donald Trump's term. Because if look, all I'm saying is Donald Trump is old and morbidly obese, right? That's all I'm saying. He may not be there for the end of his term, but in the event that he is, I know for a fact at this point, I think it's safe to say he will refuse to leave office. The Republicans, the spineless Republicans, are already trying to get a bill passed so that he specifically can run for a third term. and he's not going to leave office after this one. So my fear is, I guess fear, I don't know, I gave up on fear. It's exhausting. It'll wear you the fuck out. So I guess my thought process is that's what he really is trying to get this group in order for, in the event that he decides not to leave office the next time. They will be ready to storm the Capitol yet again. And I wish these fucking dummies would get this through their heads. Get this through your fucking skull. Donald Trump wants you to do things only that benefit Donald Trump. He wants you to commit whatever crime you have to commit for the benefit of Donald Trump. And it's pathetic that so many American people are lining up to do this for a man that, especially in this term, has already demonstrated he does not give a fuck about you. We've got people losing their jobs, federal employees that voted for him. We got people losing their farms. We got people losing their health benefits. We got people losing their whatever benefit it was that was helping, like people in Alabama pay their electric bills. People in Alabama definitely voted for Donald Trump. And I hope, my only hope from this, my friends, is that people start to wake up. We are seeing Donald Trump's approval rating plummet pretty good, and that's a good thing. We're seeing mass protest in the streets. That's a good thing. There is one I need to tell you guys about, but I forgot. I'll do it at the beginning of next video if I remember. A little protest I'm helping out with as far as getting the word out, but I'll try to get that in the next video for you. You know, the stock market's getting pretty well hammered. I think today it was up. The prices of eggs are sky fucking high. Gas and diesel prices continue to go up. There has been zero benefit to the American people over 1 month into the Donald Trump presidency now. Zero fucking benefit. So I hope that enough people do get fucked over by Donald Trump to like snap out of it and be like, fuck, what was I doing? Because that's about what it's going to take right now. You know, if people are willing to go to the internet and claim they have presidential immunity for any crimes they might want to commit, we're in a bad place in America. And that's really all there is fucking to it. Anyways, I got to get back to work and make a little money, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Anyways, love you guys. Bye now.